Welcome to Screw the Commute, the entrepreneurial podcast dedicated to getting you out of the car and into the money. With your host, lifelong entrepreneur and multimillionaire, Tom Antion.
Hey everybody, it's Tom here with episode 965 of Screw the Commute podcast. Today's going to be, a little bit of a rant about people that'll, steal your money. So you got to be careful who you deal with. This is episode 965. Hope you didn't miss episode 964. That was sound effects and how you can jazz up your videos and audios using sound effects like...
I'm sorry. You are an annoying, pestering telemarketer. Please hang up and quit your job.
This little machine's got 25 of the different things like that. But anyway, check out episode 964 to see about using sound effects. And anytime you want to get to a back episode, you go to screwthecommute.com/ and any episode number. That was 964. Today's 965. And make sure you pick up a copy of our automation ebook at screwthecommute.com/automate free. And check out my mentor program at greatinternetmarketingtraining.com. All right, this is going to be a little bit of a rant because I got to tell you that even since the beginning, it's not so bad since the beginning of this. Remember, I started this in 1994. I've been doing this 31 years, okay? And I've seen all kinds of good and bad go through. I've been through everything that you can imagine. But there seems to be an exponential growth in people that'll just say and do anything. And a lot of times they're not even in this country. You don't even know where they are because, the internet's so fast everywhere nowadays. And they'll say and do anything to get your money. I mean, I can't tell you how many $7, $17, $27, $47 things I've bought on programs that the people are great copywriters. And it's kind of, I know better than to buy a lot of these programs, but once in a while I'll find a good one and then I report it to you. But most of the time it's great copywriting and I buy it and then it just doesn't live up to it. It's glitchy. They don't send you your login you got to beg for 3 days and they're working on cheap stuff. If they're selling it for $7, you can be sure they don't have unlimited resources to buy good servers and to have a big crew of people ready to help, even in these third world countries that sell this stuff. See, so it's my job to sift through these for you. And I can afford it. I can afford to blow $7. A lot of you are blowing that much in Starbucks, right? But that's my job, is to sift through these things. And every once in a while I find something good, but most of the time I see that it's a bunch of BS by people that are just trying to get your money. And that money in their country could, feed their family for a week. I don't know. But there's plenty of U.S. people doing this crap too. And if you don't believe me, just spend some time on YouTube looking at the thumbnails. And one of the things people use that show that they really have no scruples is called clickbait. And I wrote down a bunch of them here that just from today that aren't true, but they get you to click. Here's one. Melania sues View for $100 million. Well, maybe she did, but I can't find any evidence anywhere on the whole earth except a YouTube thumbnail. Another one. Carrie Underwood sues The View for $100 million. Sunny Hostin fired. That's one of those View women. Joy Behar fired. Fawny Willis, it's that prosecutor from down in Georgia that says, Fawny Willis going to jail. Well, maybe she visited the jail to see one of the people she threw in jail. I don't know, but she's not going to jail. I mean, she may, she ought to, but totally untrue. And the latest one today, before I started recording this, Melania Trump's goodbye shocks the nation. And I see a lot of these where they make you think somebody died, okay, or they got divorced or something, and it's totally not true. And this is like the biggest thing I teach people in my website teaching, that if you have a link that people think when they click on it, it's going a certain place, and then it doesn't go there, they'll never trust you again. They don't believe in you. They're mad. They leave immediately. But these people are too stupid, too young to care, and they figure, well, enough dummies will click on it, and maybe they can get some views. So it's really bad. So the bottom line is to kind of be careful with who you deal with, and make sure it's a reputable source with a track record. I mean, this is why I think it's been almost 14 years ago when I started my school, because I could see as we were coming up all the noise out there, all the ripoffs, and I said, I'm going to set myself apart, because I was already doing great, making $1 million a year, but I saw it was always getting tougher and tougher, because just floods of these lowlifes that'll say and do anything just to attract you. So no matter if you're good or not, you don't stand out, because you're just surrounded by bad stuff. And also it makes the good potential customer skeptical, because they're surrounded by so much bad stuff. So that's why I started my school. I mean, I went through 3 years of living hell for scrutiny with background checks, financial checks, curriculum checks. That was funny when they were giving me crap about my curriculum. Like, we're going to check your curriculum against everybody, other schools. And of course I was polite, but I'm thinking, okay, who are you going to check? All right, because there was no internet and digital marketing school when I started my school. There still isn't, other than my school. Because, there's courses at universities, but they're not run by multimillionaires, I can tell you that. And we change our curriculum sometimes daily, because keeping up with things. So you take a course at a big school, and somebody that never made a nickel on the internet's teaching it, and the stuff is probably old, because, by the time I get done recording this podcast, something has changed on the internet. So I'd love for you to check it out and deal with me, because I've got the track record longer than anybody's arms that you know about, all right, since I've been there since the beginning. So check it out. My school is imtcva.org. It's distance learning. And if you're in my mentor program at greatinternetmarketingtraining.com, you get a scholarship to the school that you can gift to somebody. And you can believe this is reputable as reputable gets. I mean, we work this like crazy. It's a boutique school. It's not got hundreds of people that we have no idea who you are. You get plenty of one-on-one teaching, and you can be anywhere on earth and take classes as long as you have an internet connection. And you'll have an actual highly in-demand skill in as little as 6 months. And we've had people we had one girl making $6,000 a month only after being in the school 4 months. All right. So, and plenty of other people really either helping their business now, reducing their costs for their internet and website stuff and social media stuff, or working as an agency, helping other people do their social media, and websites and all this stuff. So it's just a very comprehensive school that gives you a highly in-demand skill. The schools now, the four-year colleges, cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars, not only in tuition, living costs, but you're out of the workforce. If the average person makes $60,000 a year, four-year college, you just lost $250,000 because you're out of the workforce. See, so very highly in-demand skill, and every business on earth needs this stuff. So anyway, check it out at my mentor program at greatinternetmarketingtraining.com, and the school was imtcva.org, Internet Marketing Training Center of Virginia.org, but again, it's distance learning, and it's certified to operate by SCHEV, the State Council on Higher Education in Virginia. There isn't any other school in the United States that can say that it's dedicated to this specific internet and digital marketing topic and is certified to operate by a state-run educational, entity. All right. So it's highly credible, and I really want you to check it out. And there's no high pressure. If you want to talk to me about it and how you could use it for yourself or your children or even your grandchildren, it would be one of the best legacy gifts you could ever give to somebody. So anyway, I'm ranting a little bit, and I want you to deal with me because I know you're not going to get ripped off, but at least I want you to make sure whoever you're dealing with, they are highly reputable, because there are so many, literally millions and millions of people out there that will rip you off. And they may not even be trying to rip you off. They just don't know any better. And they say, oh, this is easy. I'll be an influencer and I'll sell this. And it's just garbage. See? So anyway, check it out. That's my little rant for today. 960. This is episode 965, and we're pushing 1,000 episodes. I did a Chat GPT thing. Said how many podcasts have done more than 1,000 episodes, and Chat GPT couldn't even tell me. But they said it's extremely low, and they said that I think it was 90% of podcasts don't exceed 10 episodes. Right, so I think we blew past that several years ago. So anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Check out the mentor program. Check out the school. And don't hold back. If you want to talk about it with no pressure, I don't have any machine gun nests here. I've already made it big. But our unique programs here with the mentor program, which is all one-on-one with me and my whole staff, so you're not lumped in with a bunch of people, and with the school, that you can do in the evenings, 4 o'clock in the morning if you want, and you still have personal help when you need it. Check it out. All right, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. We'll catch you all in the next episode. See you later.